Hey everyone, I'm Cubastic, and today in the rubric called Puzzles that I don't know how to solve, I will show you the puzzles I know how to solve. But the interesting thing about this video is that all these puzzles look so simple. But the solving is so complicated. It seems to me that few of you can handle them. Although, if you can handle it, I'll be so happy. So here they are, they look like unusual Rubik's Cubes, and they are unusual. At first glance, they look a bit unusual, but believe me, they are weirder than they seem. This cube, for example, looks like some kind of eye, and there is an eye on each side. It doesn't seem to have many moving parts, which means it's easy to solve, but try to guess how it turns first. Usually, while taking the cube in your hands, we begin to turn its edges, but this will not work here, because these edges do not turn. Here angles turn around their axis, and among other things, it also correlates with the center. So when I turn a corner, I affect all three centers that are located around. And after we completely scramble this Rubik's Cube, the centers change places, move away from their edges, and it turns out that the puzzle becomes completely scrambled. As for the rest of the puzzles, let's check for example this cube. What's so strange about the Rubik's Cube? Yes, the fact that it is flat. It looks like an ordinary cube from above, but in fact here is a cube with one layer. It looks so weird, and what is the coolest thing, it even turns so interesting. Like this, and even like this. And now attention, like this. And particularly this rotation makes this puzzle so crazy. If we continue to turn the cube in different directions, then of course sooner or later it will scramble. It will be pretty difficult for us to deal with it. Look, I can, for example, move this edge from this row to this one, scroll it here. Here we almost got a cross, and I can make a complete cross. It is unclear how to get back at all. It is its complexity. But this one, this is insanely crazy thing. Because this is a cube, this is the name of a puzzle of this shape, and moreover, it is folded as if it was taken and scratched like this in different directions, like caramel, or like what? Like what we can scratch like that? Write it in the comments. I don't know. Here instead of centers, they appear like edges. And when we scramble them, they change their direction drastically, so it is not clear what is what at the end. But I'm going to solve this one later. Now let's try to solve each of them, and I will prove to you that it is really difficult. By the way guys, you can purchase each of these puzzles and even more unique ones at thecubicle.com. There you can find an insanely large variety of Rubik's Cubes and accessories for speedcubers. Excellent assortment, comfortable website and fast worldwide delivery. An innovative cubing experience is waiting for you there. Do not forget to use my special promo code Cubastic to get your discount. Check the link in the description. Let's start with this one. A really strange puzzle. Usually when you give such a puzzle to someone's hands, people immediately start dropping it, because many try to hold it like an ordinary Rubik's Cube, and when they squeeze it, it just slips out of their hands. Let's take a timer with a stopwatch. Yeah, I usually use a calculator for this, I'm that kind of person. And let's try to solve it. Along the way I will explain more. Start. So, since the centers turn with the edges here, we need to act in the opposite order compared to the usual cube. There we put edges around the centers, and here we need to adjust the centers to the edges. Here, for example, we have a good example. Yes, we can fit this block here, to the edge. So you add big parts to the small ones, and this is done in just one move, as you can see. Next, our task is to solve at least one more side, for example, yellow. But as you can see here, the edge is turned in the wrong direction, and if we try to put it on top in this way, then the already completed central part is broken. Here you need to think about how to do it. There are several options, or one I still do not quite understand, but it is so tricky. Check it out. This technique is used in many puzzles, you may find it useful. We just take this large central part, lower it down, but literally for a short time, for a couple of seconds, because we will need them to put this edge right here. And now, when we return this part, we will have a wall layer completed. And now we have the sides ready at the bottom and top. That's simple, isn't it? Well, and here comes the hard part. Because we cannot destroy what we have already solved, and somehow we need to swap these two petals. And no matter how hard we try, it is really unlikely that we will be able to do it. But there is a special trick for that too. Or not really special, it's called sexy move. Yeah, sounds interesting, let's see how it looks, take a look. The point is that you need to alternately repeat two movements. Here, here, back, back. Here it is, it worked, but unfortunately... Oh, it didn't work right, yes, see? I'm a fool because I destroyed the white side that was solved, thus solving the blue. Okay, let's try to do something here. Let's take two sides that are not solved yet, for example this one and this one. Look what I'm gonna do. We substitute green here, remove, return the green from here. As you remember, we had a block and we put it back. And it turns out that we have three sides already solved. It remains to repeat the same manipulation here without breaking anything. Since we have a white side in the center, we will start with it. Let's put white here. We have a block. We remove the block not in this direction, but in the opposite one, in order to combine the orange as well. And we return these two movements in the opposite direction. Well, I solved such a simple puzzle in 2 minutes 48 seconds. Not easy, but I hope you understand how it was done and enjoyed it. If you liked it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's move on. A flat cube that is no longer flat at all and not even a cube at all. It looks like something magical and in general it seems that we cannot turn it. But let's try. Start. Here we will try to solve it randomly, taking into account the colors, but we will also rely on the center. The center is easy to find, here it is, this means that you need to put details around it, we are missing two here. Oh, look, this side could be, and this one. And also, if we return it and turn it 90 degrees, then there will already be completely different parts. And it is not clear which one is correct, it's complicated. Wait, what have I got here? Why black? And where is the black color? Ah! Damn, we turned it sideways, do you understand? That's right, black on the inside, and we just unrolled it somehow weirdly. Now I have the sides in the middle. We need to return everything back. Colors, outward, and let's try to solve at least one color. Orange. We've got orange here, so we need to turn it around like this. We already know how to turn the center over. We're going to skip this too. Double turn here, we turned it upside down and put the orange here. Now we have completely orange here and there, in theory red. Everything is correct, what should we do now? Now we have this situation. Oh, such a clear sequence of movements, as in the checkboard pattern. They look like this on a regular cube. See? Chess. I make two turns with the central edge on each side and we receive the chess. Here we will try to repeat the same thing, the same algorithm. To do this, turn the middle side twice, and this one 2 times. Damn! Didn't work! They scrambled even more, but beautiful, really beautiful. Let's try to turn everything back and understand what is wrong. Theoretically, you can try to turn each of these sides, for example, like this, and when we will turn it back, we will have the orange side done here. It remains to change these and the centers. In order to change the center, we have to turn it over, but in order to unfold this, we already know what to do. God, I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain that this puzzle can be solved. But it's not that simple. The flat cube is solved, amazing puzzle, I really like it. It also looks amazing, as if this cannot exist, but it does exist. By the way, don't forget to turn on all notifications so you don't miss my next videos, in one of which I will show you an amazing puzzle called Chest. And now comes the hardest part. Seems to me we'll get stuck here for a long time. a twisted cube that looks like this. It turns a bit similar to this one, but there are more details and they are of different shapes and they still change shape when scrambled. But we remember exactly that our two sides were flat. Let's try to go for it. Start. Let's solve the yellow one. To do this, just put the corners in their place. It sounds simple. If you know how to solve the cube, then you can cope with it. Done. Now we need to solve the white one. How it's done? 2 algorithms. Okay, white is ready, this is ready, but what should I do with this? They're also upside down. Damn it, I wasn't prepared for this. Like, we need to somehow... well, not so. Oh, like this. See, if I turn it here, it will be such a braid, such as intertwining colors. And if I turn it through the other side, then the colors match here. So, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I only made things worse. First, I will try to put all the centers correctly in their place. Because nothing really works now. Look, so far I have the right part solved here, now I want to make sure that all these edges are solved. I do not know how to do this, I will do it randomly because I don't see any other options at all. Oh, cool! Look, it turns out it works! Only this damn thing has been turned upside down now. What's happening? Oh boy, this is crazy, really a nightmare. Okay, I will explain the difficulty here. Let's compare this one with regular cube. Look closely at the logo, it is aimed at me. If I make a few movements, it seems that the side as it was solved remains the same, but the logo is now turned. The more different moves I do, the more the central element turns. And here, the central element, here it is. It has 2 colors, and my goodness, it also has an asymmetrical shape. If we unfold this center in some way, we will not notice it, but these centers are unfolding insanely quickly. And here, I don't have the solution, so what are we doing? Here, right, praying. We'll solve it someday, let's just try to do something. Look, I've returned the shape! Not on purpose, do you understand? I don't know the algorithm, but how to turn this, I have no idea. I'm afraid to touch them, let's stop for today. Guys, I'm giving up. But you have a chance to prove that you are cooler. Order this puzzle by the link in the description and try to solve it. Of course, I will deal with this puzzle at home a little more. This is a lazy mode, in my opinion. I've done everything possible here. Okay, lazy mode, but I hope you enjoyed the puzzles. Thank you all so much for watching, go to the channel, watch other educational videos, subscribe to the channel. Goodbye and have a good time. Wow.